You weren't invited.
That's the best kind of party, little girl.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the movie musical performers that made an impact despite their relatively short screen time. Number 10. Tina Turner, Tommy. The Who's rock musical is a surreal trip through the aesthetics of the mid-70s. Elton John's appearance as an outlandish pinball champion is a delight, but it's the brief sequence starring another music icon that's the movie's standout cameo. As the aptly named Acid Queen, Tina Turner enters Tommy to the sound of a lively drum beat.
You won't be a boy no more, young but not a child.
Administering some alternative medicine to the title character, she dances across the screen as the increasingly bizarre house of horrors unfolds around her. Her quivering, tortured smile acts as the perfect punctuation to the fever dream of a scene. Number 9. Aretha Franklin, The Blues Brothers.
You're living with me now, and you're not gonna go sliding around with your old white hoodlum friends.
But babes, this is Jake and Elwood, the Blues Brothers.
There are many legendary cameos in this spirited musical comedy, including blues musicians Ray Charles and James Brown. But it's Aretha Franklin's role we're left thinking about the most.
You better think about what you're saying. You better think about the consequences of your actions.
Oh, shut up, woman.
You better think about what you're trying to do to me. Yeah, think. Let your mind go, let yourself be free.
Franklin plays the proprietor of a Chicago soul food restaurant, whose husband is a semi-retired guitar player in the Blues Brothers' old band. After cutting the brothers down to size, she launches into her hit song Think, and gets the whole restaurant dancing. It's a barn burner of a number and a truly hilarious scene. All in all, she appears on screen for around 7 glorious minutes. Number 8. Leslianne Warren, Victor Victoria. In this 1982 gender-bending musical comedy, a female singer, played by Julie Andrews, pretends to be a man who also happens to be a drag queen.
You know, when you took that wig off, I just couldn't believe it. King still doesn't. I'm flattered.
Leslianne Warren's shrill, ditzy, and hilariously vicious Norma Cassidy is a force of nature. Her constant misreadings of situations, paired with her insistence that everyone else is out of the loop, makes for a classic comedy of errors. Her body musical number Chicago, Illinois is a highlight of the film.
A town so smart, its spelling starts with C-H-I-C. Chic!
If you can steal a scene from Julie Andrews, James Garner, and Robert Preston, you're doing something right. It should come as no surprise that she earned an Oscar nomination for her efforts.
They made Chicago killer. Chicago is a killer.
Number 7. Steve Martin, Little Shop of Horrors. Even though a major plot point revolves around his character Orin Scrivello, Steve Martin isn't actually in Little Shop of Horrors for very long.
You're quite the little chatterbox tonight, ain't you?
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, what?
Sorry, doctor. Sorry, doctor.
You gotta train him, huh, Stud?
Scrivello is a heightened parody of the bad boy archetype. He's a sleazy, sadistic Elvis wannabe whose entire ethos is abuse, and whose career as a dentist is just a disguise for his desire to inflict pain.
Your temperament's wrong for the priesthood, and teaching would suit you still. Son, be a dentist, you'll be a success.
Although it's not much of a disguise, Martin creates a character who's just begging to be fed to a carnivorous plant from outer space.
He's so nasty, treating her rough, smacking her around and always talking so tough. You need blood and he's got more than enough.
Just as iconic was Bill Murray's brief cameo as Orin's pain-loving patient. They're the sadomasochistic comic duo we didn't know we needed. Number 6. Fergie, 9.
Be Italian, be Italian.
Despite its stacked cast, including several Oscar-winning performers, this 2009 musical adaptation failed to capture the humor or magic of the original stage show. But one performer stood tall, delivering what is arguably the movie's best moment.
Live today.
Yes, Fergie delivered the goods in an all-too-brief appearance in 9. As the pouty and seductive Seragina, her heavily choreographed number Be Italian is a highlight in an otherwise uninspired movie. Nailing the number's chair-based dance moves and showcasing her range as a singer, Fergie gave it her all in a committed and memorable performance. Number 5. Timothy T. Mitchum and Carol Woods, Across the Universe. A Beatles jukebox musical set against the backdrop of Vietnam War-era turmoil, Across the Universe is full of unique and often intense arrangements of Beatles songs.
Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom. Let it be.
The movie itself is polarizing, but even the biggest skeptic can get behind this one. One of the most heartbreaking moments is Timothy T. Mitchum and Carol Woods' mournful rendition of Let It Be.
Whisper words of wisdom. Let it be.
The performers only appear briefly, but played against Mitchum's character's death in the 1967 Detroit riots and the funeral of a young soldier. The scene leaves a lasting impact. Woods' heartfelt and haunting wailing on the chorus is bone-chilling and raw, drawing out the original song's religious and existential themes.
Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom. I want you to let it be. Yeah.
Number 4. Cher, Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again.
To the woman of this and every hour.
You're too kind.
Arriving just in time, Cher sweeps into this gloriously messy sequel and injects a dose of utter fabulousness. The pop icon shows up as Ruby, the mother of Meryl Streep's Donna, which is a hilarious and fitting tribute to Cher's timeless look, considering the two are only 3 years apart in age.
I wish she was here.
She is.
Her entrance is grand enough, but the twisting of ABBA's song about 2 soldiers in the Mexican Revolution to fit her character's backstory makes the whole performance pure camp.
In the firelight, the mellow, you are humming to yourself and softly strumming your guitar.
Like the performer herself, Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again isn't afraid to take big swings. Number 3. Tim Curry and Bernadette Peters, Annie.
Rooster? My God.
Coming in near the end of the story to help Carol Burnett's Miss Hannigan swindle a billionaire, Tim Curry and Bernadette Peters add some much-needed stakes and pizzazz to Annie's final act. Rooster, a man so oily he leaves streaks across the screen, and Lily, a peroxide blonde with a voice like a busted horn, are 2 of the nastiest villains to ever disgrace the stage or screen. Curry and Peters bite into these roles with relish. Musical legends in their own right, the 2 really kick things into high gear for their performance of Easy Street, a lively number they sing alongside Burnett. Number 2. Sid Charisse, Singin' in the Rain. The extended dance sequence begins as a ballet showcase for star, choreographer, and co-director Gene Kelly, but he's nearly knocked silly by the long and elegant legs of rising star Sid Charisse. Credited only as dancer, Charisse was handpicked by Kelly to be his dance partner for the sequence. The 2 are a match made in heaven. Charisse's captivating and elastic movements are every bit as impressive as Kelly's. Some of it is so steamy, it's a wonder it got past the infamously harsh censors of the time. Without a word, the 2 have what might be one of the most romantic dance duets in Hollywood. And she's not even his leading lady. Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Rita Moreno, West Side Story. The original Anita came back in a new role and killed the movie's biggest number.
Hold my hand and I'll take you there. Somehow, someday.
Meatloaf, The Rocky Horror Picture Show. His song is just as memorable as his violent death. Miss Johns, Mary Poppins. Meet Mrs. Banks, mother, activist, and crusher of the patriarchy.
We're clearly soldiers in petticoats, dauntless crusaders for women's votes. Though we adore men individually, we agree that as a group they're rather stupid.
Loretta Devine, Dreamgirls. This original Broadway cast member stops by to inject some smooth vocals.
I miss you, old friend. Can I hold you?
Jacek Koman, Moulin Rouge. Who can forget this gravel-voiced performance of Roxanne?
You don't have to put on that red light.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. The Nicholas Brothers, Stormy Weather. Featuring an all-African-American cast, this 1943 musical boasts an impressive roster of stars and songs by some of the era's best composers.
Shalimar, Shalimar, Swanee Shore. Let me dig this jam once more, boy. Right on down to the ghetto. Oh, boy.
It also features what Fred Astaire called the, quote, greatest movie musical number he had ever seen. Performed by Cab Calloway and his orchestra, Jumpin' Jive is a delightfully upbeat number with a show-stopping dance segment performed by the Nicholas Brothers. In their precise, technically ambitious, and absolutely thrilling routine, the brothers keep turning up the dial. And just when you think they've shown us everything, we get the pièce de résistance. The two begin leaping down a huge staircase over each other's heads, landing in a split each time. It's a feat of rhythm, timing, and acrobatics that's breathtaking to watch. What movie musical performance was all too brief for you? Tell us in the comments.
Well, I heard about the fella you've been dancing with all over the neighborhood. So why didn't you ask me, baby? Or didn't you think I could?
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.